Hello there, Kilo. Nice to have you. Hey, Vicky, I know you're not a first timer. You are a veteran. Hey, Galen. Wow, look at all of these first timers. Fantastic. This is actually, a lot of times my Monday night training is a little bit more advanced and it's a little bit much for some of the new people, but tonight it is actually good for everybody. So I'm excited. Hey, Rita, good evening. Stephen, hey, from Miami, first time. Wow, Stephen, I think you just did a live trade too, didn't you? My goodness. All right, fantastic. Look at that. Well, blessings and prosperity to you on your first trade. All right. Hey, Leroy, first time. Look at this, man, we are filling up right now. We've got about 77 on, and like I said, usually people have their alarm set for 8 o'clock, so we get started just a few minutes after. Hey, Latasha, good evening from New Jersey. Hey, Tanette, yes, from Louisiana. Hey, girl. Olympia, oh my gosh, look at you guys. All right. I'm going to move my chat over just a little bit so that I can make sure that we all get a good, clear view of our screen. And I'm going to make sure everything's working good. Let me go ahead and make sure everyone's muted. All right, we're getting close to 100 people, so we just want to make sure that we've got enough room for everybody. I think we're going to be good. All right, and so what I want you guys to see tonight is we have been in the rich signals. You know, you see some crazy terms. I know you guys do, because as soon as we put those out there, or even in swipe trades, as soon as we put those out there, I see all the chatter going on in the box. Oh my gosh, what is BEplus 2? What do you mean secure the bag? I don't know what that means, but you know, we're just having fun. Those aren't exactly technical Forex terms, but, well, BE is, but you know, it's kind of like take profit, TP, SL for stop loss. But break even is a technical term. But as far as secure the bag, that's just a little fun, and we just want to make sure that you guys all get to go home with profits at the end of the day. So you will see all of that kind of fun stuff going on. And we're going to also talk about our partial close, and we want to make sure that everybody is able to do that. So we are still filling up. We've got quite a few more have already joined us. I don't want to delay. We do start at 8:05. It starts at 8. But at the same time, I don't want to leave anybody behind, because this is so important. Now, I am recording it, so we will be able to upload it later on. So tonight, these are some of the terms that we're going to be going over, and we're going to show you guys how to do these things. So when you guys get done, you're going to be able to secure the bag. All right. Now, the first thing that we're going to look at, hello, there we go. So this is the first thing we're going to look at, is secure the bag. So I just gave you an example of a signal that you received today, and it was for the pair GBP USD. And for anybody that's new, that is the currency pair Great Britain pound and the US dollar. So this was a buy limit, and a buy limit is a pending order. Sometimes you'll get a sell limit or a stop, and sometimes you will get a market execution. So those are all the type of trade that you will be executing. So our entry today, you might want to write this down because when we leave this slide, you're not gonna be able to actually see this, but you will need it. So write down this entry. It was 1.22326. That was our entry into this. Here's our stop loss, and we have a take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. So let's go right on ahead and look at our next slide. So if you were to look at this particular pair and on the chart, you would notice this green line is where we got in. And this is what it looks like even on your phone. So if you're using a mobile device and you get into the trade, this is what yours looks like. Now I'm on the 5-minute time chart, and I did do this from MT4 on the computer. So some of these settings up here you won't see on your phone. But so that I could get a nice big picture, I wanted to make sure that that I did that from our computer screen. So the green line represents the buy. This is where we got in at. And if you'll remember, we got in at 1.22326, I believe. I'm doing that by memory. I need to double check. I didn't write it down. I asked you guys to write it down and I didn't. So let me go ahead and take a peek. And yes, we got in at 1.22326. So that is right in this area. And then our stop loss, I think this is our take profit, I think this is take profit 3 represented up here. And we will go into a little bit of that more in just a few minutes. Okay, so I want you to make sure you can kind of see this. And let's go to how in the world do we secure the bag? What does that mean, secure the bag? Does anybody have any ideas what that means? Anybody think you know what that means? Secure the bag. Anybody know? Okay, take some profit, not losing a lot, move your take profit, take what you have now, move take profit. Okay, close, secure some type of profit. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, Esther, who is this? Which Esther is this? Because you are right, Esther Covington, you are right. What we're doing is when we secure the bag, what we want to do is we want to make sure that, I'm going to go back one slide because I want you to see this. So what we're doing is if we entered here, our take profit is up here, and we want to secure the bag, then we want to make sure that we move our stop loss up into our profit zone. So let me go back into this next slide. And so if this is our entry and this up here is our take profit, are we buying or selling, guys? If our entry is here and our take profit is higher, the price is going up, are we buying or selling? Yes, absolutely. We are buying. Price is going up, we are buying. Okay, so let's look at this again. So once we get into about 25 pips, and I'm going to have to exit here because I want to show you something else. See if I can get out. All right, I want to show you. All right, let's look at it right here. This is live right now. This is a trade that we're actually in, and it's going along nicely. Let's see, we called that one earlier today. We got in here, and right now it is 13 pips in profit. So GBP USD has moved kind of slow today, but you know what? That's daytime movement anyway. There's not a lot of volatility. It has reached up as high as 15 pips in profit. But now that the evening is coming, we are starting to get a lot more movement. Okay, George says he has no visual. Do you guys see my screen okay? Do you see the live chart that's moving? Okay. All right, George, I'm not sure what's going on your side. Everyone else is seeing it. You might want to just move some, look around on your phone or your computer, and maybe you can find the box that's showing our screen. Okay, so what I want to show you right now, let me move this right here out of the way. So if we entered here and we come up here, if we want to secure the bag, all I'm saying is let's just move our stop loss up into profit. And we're going to talk about how much in just a minute, because what this does is once we get to a certain point, which is about 25 pips in profit, what I like to do is move our stop loss up into profit, so that if this baby were to just sink all of a sudden, I mean, news could happen, you know, whatever, and this thing just drops, you know, then we would have a risk-free trade. So what happens is at 25 pips, I usually say secure the bag, and then the next thing I say, do you guys know what's the next thing I say on that? Secure the bag and do what? Don't be shy. Yes, Krista? All right, so typically what I say to do next is BE+2. Got it, guys, exactly. BE+2. And who knows what BE stands for? Yes, break even. Very good. Very good. And do you guys know what +2 means? Two pips. Exactly. Break even plus 2 pips. So we're going to see what that looks like on our chart, okay? So break even plus 2 pips in profit. You've got to make sure you know which direction you're going. You don't want to go 2 pips towards your stop loss. You want to go 2 pips towards your take profit. All right, so let's take a look at that. Hey, where's my screen? Okay. So I want you to look at this again and tell me really quick, if we got in right here where this green line is, and we're gonna say, let's say it's here since we have a number. We're at 1.22335. Okay, does anybody know what 2 pips into profit would be? What would the numbers be if we went 2 pips into profit? So the price is 1.22335. All right, 2235, yes. 335, yes. 355, I mean, yes. 35, because you guys are so smart. I can tell you guys have been taking our classes. I love it. I love it. Now, Jackie, it would be 355, okay? Because we got to add 2 pips. So let's look at this next. Let's look at this next screen. You guys already said what break even is. We've already said what is +2. Okay. So I want to show you guys now. Over here, I used a different number. I used our actual entry number. So if our entry is 1.22326, how many of you guys remember what the 6 represents? The very last digit in our price. What's the very last digit? Hey, you got that right. It's the pipette. It's the pipette. So she's trying out for the Rockettes. A micro pip. All right, I like it. I just like saying pipette. Most people are like, what did you say? It's a pipette. So what I do when I'm adding, in my mind, I kind of put that in parentheses because what I'm really wanting to add is 2 pips in profit to my 32. Okay, so I know we said 33 over here because that was the number we could see. The entry is actually 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 6. All right, what is break even? Murray wants to know what is the break even. All right, the break even is where we entered at, which in this signal, it is 1.22326. So that is our break even. Break even is where we enter. Let me go ahead and let's go back to our live trading screen. And let's see what's going on with this trade right now for a second. So right here, if we, now honestly, break even is considered your entry. But in my opinion, that really isn't break even because, anybody know why? If you just put your stop loss to your entry point, why wouldn't we break even? Exactly, Latasha. Fees, commission, costs for the trade. That's right. That's exactly right. It's the cost of doing business. The broker has to make a little bit money. And guys, I mean, they're making pennies. So we're not too awful worried about that. So what I do is, I will go 2 pips into profit. Now, the reason why, so if 2 pips was, if we got back into what this trade really was, which was 1.22326, I'll put that up here. Type that out. So our entry, so we won't forget, is 1.22326. Okay. Oh, well, that's too much work. Forget that. Okay, so our entry is 1.22326 right here. If we're going to add 2 pips to that, can anybody tell me what the answer is? I'm going to type it in here, 1.22326. That's our entry. Very good, Jackie. 1.22346. So what you would do is you would slide, or you actually, we're going to go to our phone, and we're going to see that in just a minute. 1.22346. So since you guys are on your phone and not in the computer, and in the computer you can just slide your stop loss around. So this right here is 2 pips in profit. But hey, you guys aren't on your computer. You guys are turning your phone into an ATM, right? So what we need to do is we need to go and look and see what exactly this is going to look like on our phone. Oh dear, Lee Allen, did you not put that up there? I left some pictures out of my slide. So, well, all right. So the point of our slide was to learn break even plus 2. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go into your phone or your mobile device, and it could be a tablet or whatever. And you're going to go to edit, and you're going to change your stop loss to the 1.22346. Correct, Galen. So you're just going to move your stop loss up 2 pips. Now you're protected in the trade. Now you've secured the bag. Now I do want to talk to you about something else, because what happens when the trade continues moving? I mean, let's just say, for instance, we get in and it goes 25 pips in profit, And at 25 pips, that's really when I move it to break even plus 2, okay? And the reason why I do that, guys, let's put a line up there at about 25 pips. Okay, I think I already had one up there. Okay, so if we're going to put, let me check this. Okay, this is 25 pips right here. The reason why we don't really move it before then is because if this market, see how the market is up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so it moves up, and then this is called a retrace, okay? Because the trend is going up. That's called a bullish trend. And so it moves up towards the trend, and then it retraces a little bit. Moves up towards the trend in the direction of the trend, retraces a little bit, moves up. This is called a pullback or a retracement. See, now it's got a really good move, a little bit smaller retracement, big move, it's on a little bit of a pullback. That's why when we get in a lot of times, it'll move up and it'll pull back below our entry. And then it moves up, pulls back a little bit below our entry, moves up. Look at this, it didn't get quite to our entry. Here it just was right on the line, but now it's moving up here nicely. Doesn't mean it can't come down here again. So if what happens is, look at this pullback. This pullback is 13 pips. So if I jump in here at 13 pips and move my stop loss, what's going to happen? If I put my stop loss in, well, it's up here, it's been pulling back as much as 13 pips. Look at this. It would knock me out if I did it too soon. So that's why we don't want to put it in until it's up here, because then it's just not as likely. So even if it pulled back 13 pips, we're safe. We've secured the bag. Exactly, it would knock us out of the trade, and then you would go back and look, and it would be way up here, and you would have made like 50 bucks, and you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? You know, I knew it was going to do that. So, you know, that's like the story of our life sometimes. So what I wanted you to do is make sure when it's 25 pips, move it up a couple of pips. Then what will happen is as this trade progresses, and say, for instance, now it moves up, let's see, now it moves up to about 35 pips. Well, now you can move your stop loss. So we're going to say that the trade is now up here. Well, you can move this up another maybe 10 pips because you're kind of trailing 25 pips from where it's at. So it's kind of called a trailing stop loss. And you can do it manually. And so what I like to do is when it goes from 25 pips to 35, move this up 10 pips. Now you are in a guaranteed win of 10 pips. And I don't know, I don't think this is take profit 3. No, this is like take profit 1 right here. I'm going to move this on up to take profit 3, which is, I think, 22786. Maybe it was. Ew, that just seems so small. 22. I guess it was. Take profit 3. Okay, that was just a short one. Okay, so anyway, and then even you know when price is up in here, you can start trailing it a little bit more. You can just get a little closer. You know what? Because at this point you're making more money now. You're guaranteed. Let's look at this. Now you're guaranteed 37 pips. And so, hey, if you get knocked out at this point, not a bad trade. You know, anything over 20 or 30 pips is pretty awesome. And it's only got 10 pips left. So, you know, you are securing the bag. You started out at break even plus 2. Then as it moved up, you just kind of trail your stop loss about 25 pips behind it. And you are securing the bag. Does everybody understand that okay? You guys understand that non-technical lingo? Fantastic. Does anybody have any questions at this point before we move ahead? All right, fantastic. So let's move on back over here, and we're going to go right back into this. Now, this is the question that let's see, somebody just asked, does it work the sell, same as sell? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, you just go +2 towards your take profit. It would be down if it's a sell. Karen, how do we determine what's a pip? I would watch, it's those numbers. So a pip, oh, how many, I mean. How do we determine how many pips? Well, we just talked about going 2 pips, and then when it goes from 25 pips to profit to 10, then you would just move up 10 pips. And I would watch the video that I have on, it's called What is a Pip and How to Count Pips. And that would really, really help you with that. All right, now, partial closing. You guys, this is so easy, 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 easy. And, you know, that's the other thing, that once you guys get, you know, 15, 25, whatever pips in profit, you can also do a partial close. Say, for instance, you started with 0.03. And you could do a partial close. And let's look at how, and then we'll go back and see a little bit of the next information. Make sure everything's out of the way so you guys can see good.
Hello traders, this is Jerome Manglona once again, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to take partial profit when you're in a trade. Currently, as you see, I just randomly placed the buy and the sell. I don't know where this market is going. It is live, it's a demo account, so we're not worried about it. But basically what I want to show you is when you are in profit, this is the process you would go through to take just a piece of your profit. Secure some profit, money in the bank, and then just let a little bit run off in their biased direction. So here we go. The first step, obviously, is if you're in profit, to go to your active trades, and then what you want to do is you want to long press the trade that you want to take profit on and tap close. That's one way. The other way that I've recently found out is if you just swipe left, you can see your options here. Starting from left to right, you have your close, the check mark box, your edit if you want to edit your stop loss, the plus symbols to add another trade to that currency pair, and then obviously the little small bars looks like graph is just to go back to the chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap the check mark box, and then instead of tapping close with profit, as you can see here, if you look straight up, you'll see where you enter your lot sizes here. It automatically defaults to your total lot size for this trade. Currently right now is 3 micro lots, which is 0.03. Now let's say I want to take partial profit, secure some money in the bank, but still leave a micro to run to see how long this trade will go. What you want to do is you want to go to this where your lot sizes are, and say I want to leave 1 micro. So we're going to just type in 2, because 2 micros is how much we're going to take profit on. We had 3 to start. We're going to take 2 and leave 1 running. And so once you edit that to 2, we're going to close with profit. And there you go. As you can see, we have 1 micro left for the USD JPY. and we had some profit in the bank. And that is how you take partial profit off MetaTrader 4 on your mobile device. Until next time.
All right. Did that look easy or what? Did you guys think that looked fairly simple? Yes, absolutely. It is so simple. And it can, you know, it's just really, really easy. And it's the same on an Android. Yes, Becca. It's the exact same thing. Does everybody know what a long press means? So, you know, if you just tap it one time, it might open up and say close or whatever. But, you know, you can do what's considered a long press. Either way, my phone opens up when I'm in a trade. Everybody try it right now. Go to your phone. We're not going to really close anything. Let's see. And let's try it. Well, Galen, how many micros you want to take? That's up to you. So if you started with 0.05 and you want to take half of it, you know, you can't really take zero. You can take 0.2 or 0.3 and leave the balance running. It's really up to you. Most of the time when you take profit, you take half or more than half, and then you leave the rest to run. So everybody go to your phone and let's practice this. So a long hold, we'll open it up and it'll either say, Androids and iPhones say it a little different, but basically what you want to do is select close. And then look at the top where your lot size is, and you can change that. We're not going to hit close, but go ahead and change that to half of what you put in. So if you had 0.05, type in 0.03. And then look where it says close with profit, and it's telling you this is how much you're going to take to the bank. This is how much you're going to close with, and then it's going to leave the rest running. Now, if we don't want to close right now, all you have to do is up at the top left, hit your left arrow back, and it'll take you right back to your trades that are in progress. And then you can also practice by sliding from right to left, and you have those 4 options. There's a check mark, a pencil, a plus sign, and the chart. The check mark is your close, and you do the exact same thing. Everybody go ahead and try that. Let me know how you did. Did you get it? Boom, there you go. Awesome. Yeah. All right, and our USD JPY, just for those of you who got into it today, has triggered and we are in profit. Our, let's see, what else? Our USD CAD is in profit, and our GBP JPY is 8 pips in the risk zone. We're good. We're good. We've been waiting on GJ to go. Okay, USD JPY, buy or sell. If you look at our signal, it was a sell. And yeah, that was a sell. Are you on our rich signal page, Mary? We have the trade there. So at this point, you could put it in as a sell limit, or you could do a market execution. Either way. All right, fantastic. Well, guys, I know this is probably the shortest training I've ever done, but I feel like we got so much accomplished. This has been a lot of your questions, and I hope that it's all answered. Does anybody have any last-minute questions before we go? You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, secure the bag means what again? Okay. I tell you what, we will post the webinar up and you can watch it again. Way to go, Keon. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful week. Happy trading. Let's go catch some pips and secure the bag. Absolutely.